right. Now we're talking about gear a little bit. Gonna get technical. um, I've been endorsing Gretsch drums for I don't know 8 or 9 years now. Um, totally in love with them. I use all the different lines, USA Custom, um, new classics. I tend to use the new classics on tour, and I've also got renowned kits. And anyway, I'm a huge fan of the drums and the people there, and they're incredibly supportive and doing fantastic business. Makes me happy. Um, I'm Gretsch is also the umbrella company is involved with Gibraltar Hardware and Toka Percussion, so I'm also working with those products. With Enrique, I've had fun making this really cool um, drum rack, which I call it's almost like elephant tusks, like they come out from under the kit and come out to cymbal stands and stuff. And Modern Drummer just did an ad with that, and um, that also worked great because on the Enrique tour they had three different risers, one for the percussion, one for me in the middle, and another one for the keyboard on stage right. And underneath the risers it was like white plexiglass, so lights were underneath the risers and shined up on the thing. Anyway, uh, having fun with that. And then we turned a keyboard riser. We used a Gibraltar rack system for that as well. Um, Using Evans drum heads, been with them a long time. Um, I use a lot of different stuff from them. I tend to record and play live with the same heads on the toms. I tend to use coated G2s on the tops and the EC resonance on the bottom, or G1 clears on the bottom for the toms, G2s on the snares, and the EQ3 system for the bass drums for the most part. There's a couple exceptions here and there. I use these mini mads that mute the snare drums. They Velcro on, without putting a big slab of duct tape on. But usually have two of those on the snare drum, or I can take one off, put both on, or whatever. Actually, while I'm playing, great company. I've been working with Vader a long time. I use the LA 5As. Nothing special. They put my name on it, but it's not a signature drumstick. I use their acoustics a lot as well. I also use these other, I gotta forget the name of it, but they're like cajon mallets, and they sound great. Um, Through my work here in Germany, I started working with biodynamic microphones and headphones, so my studio at home is totally tweaked out with that. I'm using it on stage. So I'm also endorsing Sabian cymbals, and I've been with them. They actually signed me unofficially when I was working with Blood, Sweat, and Tears in 1988. I'm aging myself, but anyway, they're constantly coming up with new stuff, and I use, because I play a lot of different kinds of music, I'm really using almost everything that they make. If I'm doing a hard rock record, I'm using one setup of cymbals, and Steve Morse's music is probably has the most dynamics out of anything that I play. So there's a whole nother variety of cymbals I use with him, and yeah, so I'm huge fans of them, and they're just an unbelievable group of people to work with. So I'm really proud of my relationship with them and all the companies. I guess Sabian was the first one to take a chance with me, and we're still together now. It's 2013 now, right? So anyway, yeah. In addition to Roland, we talked about Roland using all their stuff. I started doing a little bit of work with Auralex. They make this hover mat, which basically gets rid of any vibrations on the stage. And there's I'm sorry, it's a hover deck, and the hover mat is a thicker carpet that goes on top of the hover deck. So it basically takes any imperfections out of the floor, and it gets rid of any vibrations. So I have also great for a recording studio. That's kind of a new product that they're working on, and that's about it. Also working with RME interfaces. It's related to the whole computer world, but I realized when I was triggering Ableton Live that I had to get as much knowledge as I can as far as finding what interface triggers the fastest and is the most stable on stage, because that can be one embarrassing experience if your computer crashes and the video is going into the the screens behind you. So I actually have two laptops running in tandem with the sessions uh, in both computers. So if one goes down, I just have a switch that I switch over to the other 8 outputs of the other laptop, and they're both working in tandem because I'm controlling them. One MIDI signal is going to both the computers, so hope that's not too confusing. But RME interfaces to me are the fastest and most stable, and also a German company. Um, so that's pretty much it as far as the gear goes. So future plans. Well, as of today, um, I'll back up a little bit. Enrique did like 2 world tours the last 2 years. His last record was just huge, and well, we finished about the middle of December, doing some dates in the United States, and so I've been fortunate enough to still be able to come back to Nana and this family here. She's created an unbelievably warm and fun musical family, and half the band's American, half the band's German, and it means a lot for me to come back to this. So we're doing dates through the summer and into December. Enrique now is doing one-offs. I'm playing in Morocco with him next weekend, um, and I'm really looking forward to this Steve Morse Band tour with Joe Satriani in the United States. It starts the end of August and goes through October 5th. Um, I've also been working a little bit on Enrique's new record, putting some drums on that in my studio, and it looks like that record's coming out in September, and he's going to start to get busy the beginning of 2014 with a European tour, and then it just keeps going from there. So at that point I'll join back up with him. I'm still working with him now, but its schedules are kind of working out at the moment. So it's basically those 3 things, and I'm still working on different I'm writing and producing records with some people, and just keeping busy. So that's what's going on now, and the dates we're doing now are supporting Nana's record that we're recording in Iceland in last June, which was unbelievable experience. I know we talked about plans for the future, but it kind of that record is setting up the future with Nana's music. So yeah, lots of fun stuff going on. I'm just happy to be out here and busy, and playing for lots of people, and with people I love, and I feel incredibly grateful and fortunate, So. Yeah, I do have a website, bandromaine.com. I try to keep that updated. I tend to not put tour dates on that site just because my schedule is changing so much. So I also want to thank the people from drumxound here for taking the time. We've got some history back from my first tour in Germany, when I didn't know how to say thank you or excuse me, or I didn't know how to order a beer though somehow. I'm not sure why. So anyway.